Have you ever dated an Asian guy?
Yes.
Okay. When was that?
Last year.
Okay. From the scale from 1 to 10,
Okay.
how attractive do you find me?
I knew you were going to say this. If you were around my age, maybe 8, 9?
Are you single?
Yes.
What are we gonna do?
What do you mean what we're going to do?
Do you like wine?
I love wine, but you're too young for me.
I didn't say that we were gonna get on, so we're gonna have to see.
I can with
You have Instagram?
Yes. You can type it
Hey,
in.
don't ask me.
This is AMBW Fantasy Videos Part 2.
Korean dramas and other Asian dramas too. K-drama for your mama, you know it's true. Thai, Chinese, and Japan too.
Hey you guys, welcome back to K-Drama for Your Mama. This is Steffi here. If you don't know me, which you probably don't, my channel is very small. So, I mean, barely anything, but that's besides the point. So this is part 2 of the AMBW Korean, Chinese, Japanese, and the Black diaspora women dramas of that video. Yeah, so I just want to do a part 2 because in part 2 we're going to actually look, or I'm going to react to at least one of the videos, depending on how far I can go with the video, my attention span and all that. Because like I said, these are videos that are, so they're not, these videos are not animated. They are just like AI generated pictures of a very attractive Asian man, whatever he may be. They're mostly either Japanese, Chinese, Korean. I haven't seen any Thai dudes or Vietnamese or Filipino or anything, not as of yet. But yeah, the top 4 that I just said, I don't mean top 4, you know what I mean, the first 4 different types of Asians that I just said. So yeah, they're them and really good looking black women, whether they're American, Nigerian, or from the Caribbean, I don't know. I can tell the ones that are American or supposed to be American, but it's just a different look. But like I said, the picture, they're not animated. You don't see a mouth move or anything like that. They're just like still pictures. There may be movement of the picture, and then there's not really dialogue. There's just somebody narrating a story. So that might be very hard for me, but that's what we're going to do in this video. At least look at 1, maybe 2, so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about if you hadn't investigated on your own to find out what these videos are. And then I'll probably be done with this subject and be on to me continuing with, you know, the Club Friday, the series, and that I love to watch, especially now. And I'll hopefully finish up Squid Game season 3. But anyways, let's get on with these videos. Alright, so I found one, but this is like kind of part of one, but this is not really for me to watch the entire video, the story. I just want you guys to see what these stories look like. Should you maybe want to look at them yourselves or whatever. And then we're gonna talk about some other stuff too. Like this whole AMBW thing goes into novels that people are, or some people out there are writing. They're all on like Amazon and whoever else sells books. You can get the physical copy of the book or you can get the digital copy. But I'll talk about some of those authors and all that jazz. And there's one girl that even says, okay, well, let me hold that. I'll hold that thought. So on to this story. So this one is by Story X. It's called A Black Girl Finds Love and Builds an Empire in Ancient China. Alright, so this is part 1. It's about 8 minutes 56 seconds. Maybe I'll go on to part 2 after this. We'll see what I can bear. Yeah, Story X. That's the YouTube channel. Okay, so let's get this started.
She knew the danger of this moment, the impossibility of their relationship.
My mic's not plugged in. All right, let's start this over. I'm so sorry. Starting over.
She knew the danger of this moment, the impossibility of their relationship, but as she looked into Han's eyes, she felt the same pull. Something beyond reason, something dangerous but undeniable. Amani, a young girl of mysterious origins, washed up on the shores of an ancient Chinese kingdom. Her memory was fragmented, with only her name lingering in her mind and an unusual pendant around her neck. She was found by a local fisherman who, out of pity, brought her to his humble home. His family, despite the uncertainty surrounding Amani, welcomed her. However, her dark skin and unfamiliar appearance quickly attracted attention, and whispers about the strange foreign girl spread through the town. It didn't take long before news of her reached the capital city and the palace. The royal court, always hungry for intrigue, sent for the girl, curious to know if she posed a threat or held secrets from lands far away. Upon being brought before the royal court, Amani was met with suspicion and disdain. Her foreign features and unknown language made the court, including the emperor, regard her with mistrust. But there was one figure who stood apart, the Empress Dowager. The Empress Dowager was a sharp, insightful woman who didn't care for the trivialities of court life. She was immediately drawn to Amani's innocence. There was a certain resilience in the girl's eyes that reminded her of herself as a child. She decided to take Amani under her wing, much to the shock of everyone. From that day, Amani's life changed. Under the Empress Dowager...
I'm telling y'all, these AI visuals are insane. Okay, sorry.
Care, she was introduced to the intricacies of palace life. She learned the fine details of court etiquette, the language, and the art of diplomacy. The Empress Dowager took a personal interest in her education, ensuring she was taught the skills usually reserved for the elite. Amani was even exposed to the world of trade and business. As the years passed, Amani grew into a beautiful and intelligent lady. The Empress Dowager treated Amani like a daughter, doting on her and shielding her from the cruelty of the court. However, this favoritism didn't go unnoticed. The court, ever suspicious of outsiders, harbored deep hatred toward her. The court ladies despised Amani. They mocked her foreign appearance and deliberately excluded her from palace events, constantly questioning her place in the palace. However, the greatest threat came from the emperor himself. The emperor, frustrated by his mother's influence, grew increasingly paranoid about Amani's role in the palace. He believed the Empress Dowager was grooming Amani to be a powerful figure, perhaps even someone who could challenge his authority. His mother's affection for Amani only deepened his resentment, and the more Amani thrived, the more he felt his power slipping away. Secretly, the emperor began plotting to break free from his mother's grasp once and for all. Amidst the conspiracies brewing within the palace was Prince Han, the emperor's youngest half-brother.
Oh, yo, get out of here. I'll be cutting this out. All right.
Han, born of a different mother and much younger than the emperor, was treated as little more than a spare, a shadow in the grander scheme of the court. The emperor viewed him as irrelevant, and the court followed suit, largely ignoring him. Han, in turn, had become disillusioned with palace life and the confines of royal expectations. He was clever, sharp-tongued, and far more interested in the world beyond the palace walls than the scheming within them. Still, he was loyal to the emperor. At first, Han paid Amani no mind. He assumed she was just another pawn in the power struggles that defined the palace, a curiosity to the Empress Dowager, a tool in the endless games of influence. But fate had other plans. During one of the palace's grand festivals that lasted for days, Amani found herself overwhelmed by the suffocating formalities. She slipped away from the crowded hall, her desire for freedom pulling her into the gardens under the moonlit sky. It was there, amidst the shadows and the soft glow of lanterns, that she unexpectedly encountered Prince Han. He was there for much the same reason, escaping the weight of royal obligations. Han, leaning against a pillar, caught sight of Amani wandering through the gardens and stepped forward with a mix of curiosity and disdain. "Aren't you supposed to be at the Empress Dowager's side, playing the dutiful ward?" he asked, his voice dripping with sarcasm. Amani, unshaken by his tone, fired back. "And aren't you supposed to be attending to your princely duties, playing the loyal brother?" Her directness surprised him. The two engaged in a sharp, heated debate, but beneath their barbed words, there was a spark that neither of them could ignore, even if they refused to admit it. As the festival days passed, their paths crossed again and again. At first, their meetings were coincidental, shared glances across crowded rooms, brief exchanges in the palace corridors. But soon, these interactions became more deliberate. Han found himself seeking out Amani, drawn to the fire he saw in her, and the way she refused to be broken by the court's cruelty. Amani, too, could not deny her growing interest in this annoying prince. Their conversations evolved from banter to something more. During one of their conversations, Han revealed his frustrations with palace life. "Sometimes it feels like I'm bound by invisible chains to this palace. My brother may be the emperor, but it's as though I've been forced into a role I never chose." Amani had never seen him this vulnerable before. She said, "I guess. I understand how you feel. I'm grateful for the Empress Dowager's love and care, but navigating these power games is exhausting." Then Han lightened the mood by sharing stories of him sneaking out of the palace to wander the markets and watch the Lantern Festival. Amani found the image amusing, picturing the reserved, princely Han slipping through the palace gates in disguise. "You sneaking out of the palace? I can hardly imagine it." Han smiled and said, "Blending into the crowd makes me feel free, even if only for a moment." Then Amani teasingly said, "Well, the next time you go to the Lantern Festival, bring me back a lantern, will you?" Han looked at her intently and said, "It's a promise." With each conversation, Han felt more torn. His loyalty lay with his brother, the Emperor, who openly despised Amani. He knew that any deep involvement with her would be seen as a betrayal, and yet he could not seem to stay away. His heart pulled him toward Amani in a way he had never felt before. For Amani, the stakes were equally high. Her growing closeness to Han could make her an even greater target in the palace. Despite the dangers, their relationship continued to deepen, and the spark between them grew to a flame. One night, as they walked through the gardens once again, beneath the cover of trees, Han turned to Amani, his face softened by the moonlight. In a voice barely above a whisper, he finally admitted what he'd been trying to deny for weeks. "Amani, I can't stop thinking about you," he confessed, his voice filled with the weight of unspoken desire. I've tried to stay away, but I can't." Amani held her breath. She knew the danger of this moment, the impossibility of their relationship.
Danger?
But as she looked into Han's eyes, she felt the same pull. Something beyond reason, something dangerous but undeniable. For a brief, breathless moment, Han leaned in and kissed her. But just as quickly as it happened, reality crashed down around them. Amani pushed Han away. "I can't do this," she said, trying to think clearly. "Your loyalty is first to the Emperor, and mine will always be to the Empress Dowager. Let's forget what happened tonight." Han's heart rebelled, but he understood that under the circumstances, they could have no future together. So, he reluctantly nodded. With a lingering glance, they parted ways for the night. But that kiss, forbidden or not, had already changed everything. Months passed, and the tension in the palace tightened like a noose around Amani's neck. What began as subtle glares grew into open hostility. In secret chambers, in the dead of night, plans were whispered and loyalties bought. The Emperor's inner circle grew, while those loyal to the Empress Dowager grew fewer by the day.
To be continued. Whew. Okay, so first of all, let me say
The images that the AI generated are gorgeous, from the scenery to the costumes to definitely these AI humans of 99% Asian and 1% black. The one black girl in there, because it's AMBW fantasy videos, dramas. So the images are beautiful. I guess what my thing is, and I'm not dissing these videos, Story X, the other one, Rain, the other ones that are out there. It's just not my thing to hear like narration like that. But it might be your thing and you may want to watch this. So I gave you a sample of it, and I wanted to see a sample for myself. I may have watched like 30, 45 seconds, but at least I watched like a whole segment here. This was about almost 9 minutes. So this one compared to was Story X compared, and the name of this one is called A Black Girl Finds Love and Builds an Empire in Ancient China. So we watched part 1. With the visuals, at least they kind of did the page flip thing and like moved the images not too quickly but not too slow, so there was like a good flow of movement, even though these images were not animated. So anyway, looks gorgeous though. And like the story, if they were to like find actors or at least animate these AI beautiful humans or whatever to speak and move or whatever, then maybe I would be more into that, because it'd be dialogue and it'd be like the voice actors acting it out versus me listening to somebody narrate. But yeah, cool. So I'm probably not gonna watch part 2 for this video, but like I said, part 1 was just to give you a sample of what I was talking about in the last video, so you could see it. Not that you could not go into search and find these yourself, excuse me, which you can, of course. Yeah, and on to the next segment.
Struggling to find books that entertain while educating? Introducing
Looking for that next page turner that truly resonates? Try Madame Tyashawn's Stolen Romance Trilogy, where every story takes readers on unforgettable journeys.
black man.
I love you, 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 black man.
I love.
Alright, babe, I have a little thing for you.
Well, I made that spicy.
So we have, so I have a visible string. So hold it for me. Hold Yeah. Alright. So, I'm gonna put it right here. Oh no! Alright. You're gonna move it close as fast as you can. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh no, Mom! Okay. Let me get this straight. Oh no! Ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Hi, my name is Shay. I wrote this book, which is in the process of being adapted into a Korean drama, and I've had so many different meetings with producers and different companies that are really interested in this book and what expands on the story within this book. And
海外の羨ましいなって思うとこなんかありますか？
女性が綺麗ですね。
どこの国の人をイメージしてました？
黒目の外国人、可愛いなと思いました。
Ohio. Boy, Hiro-kun said he want a little extra sashimi in his sushi roll. My boy said, make my yakiniku well done. Y'all know this, but Japanese dudes love black women, bro. They see a black woman walking by, they be like, you are sexy. Hey.
Adapting that into a Korean drama, but I'm really kind of hesitant with doing this. It's always been a dream of mine, but I really want to make sure that it's made in the right way, it's made with the right people, and it tells the story in the right way. There's so much out there that kind of sometimes misses the mark when it comes to translating the world of the book on screen and kind of staying true to the story. So I'm being very, very picky. The story follows a young woman who is an actress and she's traveling across the world, following and pursuing her dreams, dealing with the adversities that come with that. Also stumbles upon love, and there are so many other things that expand outside of just this book.
Once you go black, you never go back.
You guys have been so supportive, so loving, so caring. So if this was adapted into a show, what would you like to see? What would you not like to see? And yeah, let me know your thoughts. I'm going to keep working hard on this. I'm going to keep you guys updated, but I'm just so grateful for all the love and support. I also have another book that's coming out. It's my debut novel. It's going to be a romance focus, but like kind of romantic leaning, and I'm very, very excited. I'm going to be posting about some ARC reader opportunities very, very soon. So yeah, love you guys so much and can't wait to hear your thoughts.
And that's it for this video. I thank you guys for watching. Yeah, so I set my YouTube account, Kdrama for Your Mama. The long form, because you know I also have a Kdrama for Your Mama shorts. But Kdrama for Your Mama, this channel that you're watching, I set it up for auto dubbing. I guess for it to be more international. I don't know what I'm thinking with that, because I do kind of travel. So what? Well, I mean, nobody knows about this YouTube channel, but you know what I'm saying. It's set up for auto dubbing. And about.
Yeah, Mama no tame no kids drama e yokoso.
E de novo, você tem esses vídeos aparecendo. Então, eu os ignorei por um tempo porque eu pensei.
Anda tahu, mereka jarang terlihat. Harus saya katakan dan saya kebanyakan melihat mereka di internet. Oke, di TikTok itu, di Instagram itu.
Je ne sais pas combien de bébés il y a en ce moment. Je ne sais pas combien d'enfants ils ont en ce moment parce que je les ai regardés de temps en temps et j'ai perdu le compte.
I don't know if it auto dubs in all the languages that it can do it in. No, I think YouTube just auto dubs in like 9 or 10 languages or something, because that's what they do. Or maybe those are the most watch videos by those countries. I'm not for sure, but it's set up for auto dubbing if you want to hear that. My nickname is Steffi, which is I go by. Steffi is a German name, so I click auto dub in German just to hear it, but it's not my voice, but it was just cute to watch it. So yeah, it's available in auto dubbing. Now, if some things get lost in translation, it does, because it's auto dub. I can't control that. And some things just may not make any sense. Also, don't forget click on the CCs. My CCs are not just in English. My closed captions are in about 9 languages. So, well, of course, my closed captions are going to be in all 4 languages of the dramas that I talk about. Thai, Chinese, and Japan too, and of course Korea, because my main thing is Korean dramas. Korean, so it'll be in Hangul, okay? So yeah, there you have it. You can watch my channel internationally, I guess. But thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more videos to come. All right, hey you guys, what's up? What's the bleh, bleh. Wait a minute, what camera am I? Oh, where's the damn? Oh, there it is. Okay. Cut. Okay.
Every time I see this man, I think of the AMBW Wattpad Mafia romance I read in high school. He's exactly who I picture. Well, baby, if you don't mind making some bumblebees, I'm right there with you.
Korean dramas and other Asian dramas too. K-drama for your mama, you know it's true.